All right, so I'm having a fuel issue or an air issue leaking out, but the fuel part of the issue is it's not going past the P pump from what I can tell. So I'll hit this primer and you can get a listen for the air issue. What I don't understand is why is this not pushing fuel in there and bleeding out whatever that air line issue is. I'm guessing it's a cracked line, but shouldn't there be fuel? If I got fuel coming from the tank into the primer system, into the fuel bowl or filter, other side of this, the out has fuel, a ton of pressure here. But it's not getting past the P pump into any of these injector tubes. And then this thing, I'm pretty sure back is on and down's off, but it doesn't really feel like anything's happening in there, which is kind of weird to me. Unless, how much pressure does this thing use to actually turn on? But the other side of that is, why would I still push air through, regardless of what position this is in? I don't get that part of it. So from what I saw on YouTube, this would be on. It pulls this up and then it turns it on, and then down, shut off. But I do not understand why there's fuel up to the P pump, but then after that, there's no fuel. It's not coming out of any of these lines. But when you press the primer, it'll push air through, I guess it's the P pump, because this is the only line. The only other one, no, that's the only line. This is a return line from the P pump, I'm guessing. Pretty sure that is, yeah. Right there is the return line. And I think I had some through that when I was trying to fire it, so it was returning some fuel, but it's not getting fuel to the injectors or to any of these lines to the injectors. But it will push air with the primer up through. And then the other thing, because this was broken, I think that's the return line, but even when I pinched that with my fingers to make sure no air was leaking, it still didn't change anything as far as air leaking on this back here somewhere. My question is, why is that air and not fuel after priming it 100 times and pushing the pump? I had that plugged in. I could do that again real quick. Maybe one-handed, maybe not one-handed. No. No. That's backwards. God damn it, you're right there, you prick. This fucking shit. Connector pushes out. So that's pushing fuel through, but I still have just an air leak with no fuel. And like I said, no fuel on these top injectors. Now it's hissing like it's trying to push it through, even when the primer's not going with the fuel pump going. And this sprays like a bastard. No air, all fuel. And I was hoping it would just push fuel so I could see where it's coming from. It's easier to turn it off like that. I was hoping it would push fuel so I could see where the air leak's coming from, then just replace what line it is, but it's not letting me get fuel to that air leak for whatever reason, even though there's no air all the way back here where it enters the system. Let me know what you think your ideas are or what it could be. So I can maybe get this thing to test fire and hear it actually idle is what I'm trying to do. Make sure there's no knocking or anything like that before I even waste time doing anything else with it.